Welcome back to my series called Things That I Do Not Buy Anymore Because Life is Freaking Expensive, where I share with you guys the things that I changed about my lifestyle to cut back on expenses. Episode 5 is about purchasing meats. Like I said in the last video, it's always important to check the price per ounce or per pound for the things you're buying, especially when it comes to meat. When I sit down to make my plan and my grocery list, I usually look at the local ads, like for Kroger or in some other areas, your H-E-B or your Smiths or your Albertsons. A lot of those local grocery stores are going to have ads on their app, and it's going to show you what their deals are. Sometimes it's going to be cheaper to buy meat that way rather than going to like Costco or Sam's Club. Pretty much everywhere you buy meat is going to have the price per pound or per ounce already listed in the sales price, so most of the time you're not going to have to do any of the math yourself. Now, that being said, I do not always buy the absolute cheapest option when it comes to meat. I'm sure a lot of you have had similar experiences, but lately when I buy ground beef especially, if I buy 80-20 ground beef, it's almost like 60-40. So you kind of have to go by what you're experiencing in your area. Sometimes it is okay to buy the cheapest option, and other times it's a little bit better and healthier probably to get something that's just a little bit more expensive. But since we're saving money here and there in the rest of our grocery budget, that allows for us to spend a little bit more money on meat. So if my grocery budget for that week is maybe a little bit smaller for whatever reason that life gives me, I will end up planning like 4 or 5 different meats for dinners that week. So for those other few days that I don't have a meat plan for dinner, we'll usually get our protein from other sources like eggs or cottage cheese or Greek yogurt. Or sometimes we'll just have a dinner that doesn't require a meat, and that's totally fine too. And as always, this is your reminder that there's absolutely nothing wrong and no shame in making changes in your budget to make things work. If you have any tips or tricks on saving money, especially when it comes to groceries or meat, I would love to hear them in the comments. If I buy a big package of meat and I only use a couple pieces for our dinner that night, I will immediately wrap up the rest and freeze it so that it doesn't sit in my fridge for very long, because that reduces the risk of it going bad before I can use it.